with me Venkatesh Prasad of Ford, who is internally known as the What's Next guy. Welcome. So tell us, what are the new things Ford has been doing?
Let me take a moment and start with the consumer, the everyday person who might either aspire to or might own a car, might be looking for another car. It's really about making sure that there's a seamless connectivity between what you need and what you do at home, and what you need and what you do at your destination, whether it's work or some other place, and making sure that the car really becomes that medium for comfortable, convenient, safe, and highly dependable experience of being able to not just take you from A to B, but to make that journey productive, safe, convenient, and really enjoyable for everyone.
We're the founding member of Infotronics.
Right, so Infotronics is a R&D activity. The term was coined in 1996, recognizing the fact that there was a confluence of electronics and information sciences and information technology. It wasn't just about sending data from one device to the other. It was really about having information, and having information help the vehicle and the driver make decisions. So if it's raining and your wipers come on, it's not just the data going from one module to another. It's really the fact is that there's rain falling, and the information, it's not just data, but the fact that rain is falling is really, really useful for your braking system. It's really, really useful for your traction control system. It's really useful for overall chassis stability. So that piece of information now can be shared by some completely different attribute within the vehicle, completely different system of the vehicle to now fine-tune attributes that the consumers really want.
It's almost like an airplane flying through different weather.
Right, but now it's the information hub within the automobile.
Right.
Working on top of an electronics layer, hence Infotronics.
So the cars, you're making the cars more intelligent in some ways.
Yeah, making the cars more intelligent, yet making the interface as simple as possible, and yet as rich as possible, so it can be used effectively by the driver.
There have been 2-3 major announcements. One is the electric car, and the second is the Ford Sync,
right,
which is something that you've been involved with.
Yeah, so I've been involved with that, albeit some years ago, in its very early stages. What you're seeing now is some terrific coming together of engineering and design that's brought a whole set of applications and services to sync that connectivity platform, as well as to what we call My Ford Sync, which is a very compelling user interface that allows the driver to connect to the car in a very efficient manner.
So how would you describe Ford Sync if somebody has not seen Ford Sync?
It's a way of connecting your devices, your services, your digital services to the car, so you can then use it in an effective manner. So if you take the iPhone or the i8, your favorite phone, that's a fabulous device, and to play on the term that the telecom industry uses, the last inch challenge, the phone represents a terrific solution to the last inch challenge, because it's a great, compelling user interface, but it's that user interface has been tuned to 0 miles an hour. So what Sync provides is a solution to the last inch at 70 miles an hour, or at legal driving speeds. What it does is it allows you to use your phone book, your address book, to dial out. It allows you to have a little dialogue with your address book if you have more than one phone associated with a name. It allows you to access thousands of music titles that might be on any format of digital medium you might be bringing along with you, whether it's an iPhone or whether it's an iPod or a USB device. It allows you to receive text messages in a safe way and listen to them. It allows you to get roadside assistance services in case you need to fill gas and you're running out of it, or if your airbag blows and you need to have emergency assist, then the phone dials out 911 automatically. So it's a lot of these services. It also allows you to bring your internet music to the car. So if you have a service provider like Pandora that you have chosen to install or use through an application on your phone, Sync now enables the control of that application through convenient buttons on the steering wheel or convenient buttons on the touchscreen. So it's all those kinds of convenience, but the focus intensely is on trying to solve that last inch problem. So it can be used at 70 miles an hour, it can be used at legal driving speed.
So what's next in the automobile sector? Because it's entering a very exciting phase.
Yeah.
You know, after what the bloodbath that the automobile industry went through in the US. In the next 10 years seem like a very exciting period.
It's about the richness of the automobile as really a platform, a platform for application development, a platform for really bringing a completely new ecosystem of developers, some very unusual players who never thought they could be directly part of the automotive ecosystem.
Like who?
It could be an application developer, Pandora, for example.
Right.
Who would have thought that Pandora would be playing and directly working with the car company and working in cars? You would have thought, well, that would be relegated to this little box, called maybe a dedicated music player or maybe a phone, and you'd had to either hide it away while you were driving or maybe use it at your own risk. But that's now integrated into the car, and so it's these kinds of players that are really now part of this new and rich ecosystem. So you'll be seeing more and more of it. It's very, very exciting.
So what about, one of the concerns would be is when you are dependent so much on electronics and software, if things fail, how has Ford addressed that problem?
Well, one really has to look at fail-safe mechanisms that are in place. So there's always some kind of a safety backup. And really the notion that you need to have something mechanical as a safety backup is certainly needed in some contexts, but in a number of other contexts we don't question it, because electronics is very reliable and there's ways to have redundancy. So planes take off and land all the time, and it's not an uncommon experience that you take off in a cloudy sky, you land through cloud. These things just happen. There's redundancy there of various kinds. So there's a lot of maturity that's happened in this industry, bringing to play the maturity from multiple industry sectors. We're trying to develop redundancy within and those kinds of skills within the automotive world. We never will be in a state where we can declare that we've done everything, because this is a moving target. It's also a moving set of opportunities ahead of us. But the tools are here. The tools are now mature and here for us to start using electronics, and that's clearly happening.
At the back she's saying there is an app for everything.
Why not?
Coming from Silicon Valley, it must be very exciting for you.
Yeah, it is. It really is. For me, it's been a few years. For me, Silicon Valley has arrived in Detroit, and Detroit has arrived in Silicon Valley, if you want to use it metaphorically.
That's exactly was my last question. Would you have ever thought that there would be a car coming out of Silicon Valley?
No, I wouldn't have thought there'd be a car coming out of Silicon Valley. Like a new kid and a cool kid on the block, a lot of them can afford to be bold, can afford to go there, and of course have some good early failures in a positive and a constructive sense. So there's actually a lot of excitement. We're looking forward to those new vistas.
Have you driven a Tesla?
No, but I've got an offer to drive one.
So do you plan to drive one?
I certainly do.
What phone do you carry?
I've got a BlackBerry, I've got a Nokia basic free phone, and I've got an iPhone.
You carry 3 phones?
Yeah.
Why?
The iPhone is something that I use for a lot of my apps and a lot of my lifestyle choices. I also use it to test out new apps. I carry my BlackBerry essentially for work. The free phone that came when my wife got her iPhone and my kid got her text phone, there was this third phone there, and I just carry that.
So what is your favorite app right now? What is an app you tested?
Well, the latest one I have now is I must say, I've got a BBC app running. I'm pretty happy with that. But I like Tabletop, I like Yelp, I like a lot of apps. But the one I just loaded just a few minutes ago was Sync's Traffic Directions.
Oh, and does that use Google Map?
No, it actually uses it's a map provider called, it's a service provider that we use called Enrix, and they integrate maps from wherever they can get them. So this is what it is. I just loaded it today.
So that's the Ford...
It's a Ford app. It's called, here it is. It's called Sync Destinations.
Okay.
We do what we can to make it sound right.
You're just testing that?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kamala.